To be fair, I at least played through the 4th game at the start of the year, but then my PC broke down. The fan just sped up extremely every time I did something which affected the CPU. I'm not sure what exactly happened there, but I wouldn't make a long video with it, or any video with it anyways. Especially as I wanted to make a review of every day, in detail, but I will do it one day. I will do it. Well, a review in general, probably not the thing with reviewing every day though. But let's talk about the most recent outing of the Postal franchise. So recently there were once again some sales on Steam, especially for shooters, and I decided to buy Postal Brain Damaged. I like old school shooters and expected it to have some slightly funny jokes, which try to satirize today's society and the gaming industry. After playing through part 4, I did have low expectations though, but the nice people who bought this game on Steam seem to really like it. I wanted to play something very different from the Resident Evil remake that I'm currently playing, or one of the detective games I was playing on the side, so I checked this one out. And I was immediately disappointed, to be honest. The first mission is an absolute mess. The level is so big, it's too unfocused, you have only the pistol, shovel and shotgun. It feels like a poor man's Doom Eternal, and only the bizarre enemy designs kept me kind of interested. I tried to find all the extras and secrets and needed about an hour to get through that mess. I really didn't like it, so I put it away again for a couple of days. But as the Resident Evil remake kind of bored me for the most part, with its cumbersome design, and I didn't want to start anything new or continue with any of the detective games, I continued with this one. And you know what? This game is actually good. I was in a really weird mood lately, so playing something called Brain Damage kind of fit, and it is an appropriate title for this game. The game starts with the dude wanting to watch an Uwe Boll movie marathon, even though they don't call him Uwe, but Uwu, or something like that. But I see what you did there, you sneaky motherfucker. But as he turns his TV on, he falls asleep, and what we see is the dude's nightmares. And we actually play them. It begins with that pretty bad first level in the suburbs. The dude trying to get his TV back, so yeah. We are basically doing some errands again. We shoot our way through the nightmare, and already the second one gets better. Basically the game is split into 3 parts. The first one is about finding the TV and shooting through some urban and suburban areas, which are nightmarish versions of the already nightmarish over-the-top satire world of Postal 2 basically. And some of these enemies are really nasty. There's an enemy looking like a mutated version of a marching band member throwing shit. Parting enemies consisting of shit, and some enemies which are shit. I will talk about it a bit more later. The second part is about the postal dude getting out of a sanitarium and finding some toilet paper. Yeah, I'm seeing a pattern here. Finally, the last third is about the dude getting to some kind of E3 parody, where he wants an autograph from the one and only Leon Dusk. Obviously a reference to Elon Musk. And I'm not gonna lie, there was one enemy type which introduction made me laugh. You enter a parking garage and there are 2 self-driving cars, which just ram into a group of people. Honestly, well done. I like that. The last boss fight was a bit sucky, at least in the second phase, but the other bosses were fine. The story itself is okay-ish for what it is. To be honest, it's kind of bad and it's incoherent, but it's a shooter, so it's about a shooting. It's called Brain Damaged, so I guess the story can be stupid anyways. Painkiller and Serious Sam don't have a real story either, but they work. And same can be said about this one. There are some story fragments, but it's kind of fine. Hey, it's 2D animation, that's fun. So yeah. The gameplay is pretty good though after the first level. I went through the missions much faster. I collected a lot of the collectible posters, even though these are sometimes kind of stupid. There are a lot of posters, but not only for collecting, but also for decoration, which makes it a bit confusing, as they look the same. There were a couple of posters I wanted to collect, but then I realized that there's another one hanging on the next wall. The weapons are pretty fun, even those I didn't use that much at first became useful later on. Well, except for the shovel. And the wasn't that useful. Oh boy, I guess I have to censor quite a bit here. Well, this will probably get age-gated anyways. There's also a vacuum shooting cats. A time MP which can use a time bomb which freezes time when using it as secondary fire. Yeah, by the way, the weapons here have secondary fire modes. There's also a rocket launcher which shoots rockets and...
We have the holy hand grenade!
Yes, of course! The holy hand grenade of Antioch!
A weird and very useful electric energy weapon which also shoots a slow moving ball of energy which attacks enemies on its way, and probably some more weapons I'm currently blank on.
But wait! There's more!
The dude doesn't only use weapons, but also can use power-ups. Vitamins which greatly increase his strength and make his kicks and drop kicks much deadlier. There are also 3 kinds of drinks which make the dude's pee more dangerous. There's also a akimbo power-up which is very cool and useful and also gives you infinite ammo. There's also an instant ammo refill. Also, of course, body armor and, well, the classic health pipes. The enemies and level design are getting pretty good after the first level. Some enemies are a bit annoying, but most of them are easy to handle when you know who you should focus on. Kill the monkey with the drums. Kill those annoying Illuminati guys who kind of look familiar. These big marching band guys are just annoying, as are the mini Death Star enemies, but overall it's fun. There are some creative and outright weird enemies, and the level design has some great ideas as well. Also the look of the game, I mean the graphic and style are what they are. If you played a boomer shooter, it will be familiar. If you want to play something which tries to be outrageous, it's up to you. Overall, I have to say I had quite a bit of fun. This is most likely the best Postal game which was ever released, up to this point. It does have its flaws, but giving the dude a boomer shooter treatment worked surprisingly well. It is one of the weirdest games I have ever played, but after Agony and fucking DiInferi, I don't think that anything can shock me. But it is very weird. This here is also more in the vein of an adult animated TV show, like South Park or Drawn Together, so it's nothing too extreme anyways. The shooting is a lot of fun, and that's what you are here for, when you want to play Brain Damaged. And it's also kind of fun that the game series, which never excelled in its shooting mechanics, decided to pop out a game which is primarily about shooting. I eventually enjoyed it more than I expected, and for the price it's definitely worth it. And I will give Postal Brain Damaged an 8 out of 10. So when I bought this, it was actually cheaper to get it with the original Postal. So now I have the complete collection. Except for the movie. So yeah, I don't know when I will continue with the franchise, and with which one, well, probably the original one, or I give No Regrets another try. But yeah, I will continue. But before that, probably some more Spider-Man, Resident Evil, James Bond, and probably some other things, and movie reviews. But yeah, eventually.